Welcome again one more time to our third installation of Yoga at the Library, but not at the library. Hope you are well and glad that you're here. We're gonna do about a 30-minute practice today up here in my yoga space, focusing on the lower body. We focused on the spine and the shoulders, so this class we're gonna focus on the lower body. And we'll get back to our regular warm-up that we enjoy so much in in-person classes. So you don't need a mat for this class. You can use one if you like one. I'm gonna use this cushy rug, but if you've got a yoga mat, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. We'll begin on our backs. Just laying down and noticing what's going on. Taking a couple breaths. Feeling your body settle down into the floor. Maybe placing your hands to your body, maybe letting the arms be out to the sides to take up some space. Maybe the legs are out long, maybe the knees are bent. Just noticing what feels good to you, and it might be different than what felt good yesterday or even this morning. Just letting yourself be heavy and passive and relax. Giving your legs permission to be heavy and soft. Feeling the heaviness of the hips and the pelvis. Feeling the belly and the heart rise and fall with your breath. And feeling the heaviness of the arms, the heaviness of the head. Giving your body a break from whatever it has been doing today. And taking some deep, full breaths. Feeling the rib cage expand and the belly rise on your inhale. And on your exhale, feeling everything shrink up, all that air presses out, making plenty of room for fresh air. We'll take 2 clearing breaths together. Big deep breath in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. Big deep breath in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. Go ahead and stretch your arms up overhead, stretch your legs out long, stretching from the fingertips down to the toes. And then hug those knees in nice and close, maybe even rounding the spine, maybe rocking from side to side. And letting the left leg go. We'll keep the right knee in nice and close, so the left leg can be bent or can be out long on the floor. Sending the right knee in circles. Rolling out the right hip, noticing what's going on that side. Maybe big circles feel good, maybe small circles feel good. Pausing, giving a little extra attention to any places that feel tender or sensitive or tight. And switching directions. Hugging the right knee back in, and then sending the foot up towards the ceiling, gently, not straightening through the leg or anything, drawing circles with the toes. Making your circles wide and round and smooth and taking your time to do that. Switching directions. Noticing how quickly these tiny little muscles get tired when we do weird movements with them, even though they support us all day long. Go ahead and shake out that foot. Hug the knee back in. And then we'll send the knee across to the left side. Maybe switching into the left hand, maybe coming all the way down to the floor with that knee. Maybe the right arm comes out wide to the side, depending on your space, how much space you've got on in your area. Maybe shifting around here, extending the right leg, maybe continuing to roll through that right ankle, just bringing some movement through the outer leg, the IT band. We'll roll back onto our backs. Hug both knees in, noticing a difference from right to left. This time we'll let the right leg go, keep the left leg in nice and close. Drawing circles with the left knee, noticing how it feels. Noticing what's going on in your left hip today. Paying attention, giving some extra love to any spots that feel tender or tight. Just checking in, being gentle, switching directions. And we'll come back to center with that left knee. Gently send the foot up towards the ceiling. Drawing some circles with the toes here to roll out the ankle. Big, wide, smooth circles, taking your time. Switching directions. Hopefully, if you were feeling heavy at the beginning of class when we first laid down, this is helping you shake off some of that fatigue. Go ahead and shake out the leg. Hug the knee back in. And send the knee across to the right. And hopefully, if you were feeling kind of floaty or overwhelmed before class, at the beginning of class, this is helping you regulate. Calm down, get settled, get back into your body. Yoga's pretty cool like that. How it kind of brings us, gives us, helps us find what we need. Maybe shifting around through the left leg, the left ankle. Maybe taking the left arm out long to the side. Making our way back onto our backs. Hugging both knees in one more time. And this time we'll go ahead and extend, which one? The left leg long. And then hug it back in, extend the right leg. So we're just alternating, hugging one knee in and then the other. Giving those hip flexors and the fronts of the hips a little squeeze. Waking up through the core, and warming up through the back body. When you feel even from right to left, we started on the left side, extend the right leg. Come back to center and we'll take the bottoms of both feet to the floor. Trying to get those feet really nice and close to the sit bones, pretty much hip width apart. If we start to move and that does not feel good anymore, you can always widen your feet, give yourself some more space, but that's a good starting point. We'll go ahead and press into the feet to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, lowering the hips back down towards the floor. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to lower, just moving with your breath. Again, adjusting the feet if the knees feel weird here. Next time we lift the hips up, we'll go ahead and hold them there. Holding the hips high up towards the ceiling. Imagining that we're making a straight line from the shoulders to the hips to the knees. We might even be able to interlace the hands underneath the body, opening up through the heart a little bit more and pressing the heart towards the chin. Big deep breath in wherever you are, those legs are feeling it. And then we go ahead and release all the way back down. Take the knees from side to side. And we'll make our way up into a seated position, however it makes sense for you to make your way up into a seated position. And from our seated position, we'll kind of continue that windshield wiper, except we'll get into the wrists while we're at it. So shaking out the wrists, flicking out the fingers, rolling some circles. And we'll point the fingertips towards the body, taking the hands behind us, sending the knees from side to side. Finding a rolling sensation of the glutes against the floor. A little massage. Coming back to center. And we'll give the hands a break, rolling out the wrists again. And this time, let's see, we'll go ahead and take the tops of the hands to the floor, just rocking from side to side, kind of pressing through one heel and then the other. One heel, one wrist and then the other. Trying to strategize about our next move. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I had an idea. Here we go. So we're sending our knees from side to side. We're going to try this as a way to get into our side saddle position. So let's send the knees all the way over to the right, and then we'll kind of spread the legs till we find our side saddle position. I don't know, that kind of worked. You know what I mean. So we've got the right knee out to the right, the left foot pointing to the left, and we're trying to adjust ourselves so that we can sit up tall without using our hands for support. Sitting up really nice and tall here, letting the legs be heavy, feeling all the feelings in that left hip, maybe through the right inner leg. And here we can take the fingertips down to the floor and we can walk them around. Walking them around to the front, to maybe to both sides, and also behind us. Taking your time, noticing what you feel through the hips. You might find a twist, you might keep moving, you might find an awesome stretch and want to hang out in that awesome stretch. All is encouraged. Being gentle with that left hip, especially. This is external rotation on the left hip, so it's really, or no, it's not, it's internal rotation on the left hip. So it's something we don't often do. So taking some time to kind of feel what's going on in that left hip. Your left hip might be kind of freaking out here. And you can always press into it, give yourself a little massage with your fingers or your thumbs. When you're ready, we'll gently untangle the legs, take them out to the front, shake them out a little bit, And then send those feet over to the right. Adjusting yourself however you need to sit up nice and tall without the support of your arms. Maybe you've got a big wide base, that's good. Shifting around, trying to get tall through the spine. And we'll move around, taking the fingertips to the floor, moving around over the legs and behind your body. Finding a nice stretch on this side. And if that nice stretch is just sitting up straight and holding on for dear life, that works too. Continuing to breathe, giving yourself a little extra tension in that right hip if you need it. And we'll gently untangle our legs. Come on out of our stretch. And send the legs out long. Give them a little shake. Sitting up really nice and tall here. Hopefully feeling some energy through the legs. Long spine. Flexing the feet so the toes point straight up towards the ceiling. Knees point straight up towards the ceiling. We sit up really nice and tall here. Big deep breath in. And on our exhale, we relax and fold. Let the legs be soft, let the head hang. We'll inhale to sit up really tall. Activate the legs again, flexing the ankles. Kneecaps pointing up tall. Shoulders drop down so the spine is really long and strong. Big deep breath in here. And on our exhale, we relax and fold. This time we'll hang out in the fold. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Maybe walk the hands forward. We're not holding on to anything with the hands, but just walking the hands forward to add a little bit of weight in the arms. Big deep breath in and a long full exhale to empty out the lungs. Let yourself fold a little bit deeper just with the help of gravity. Big deep breath in and exhaling, letting gravity press us down just a little bit farther, letting your head be really heavy. And eventually making our way back up to a seated position. Shaking out those legs. Maybe sending them from side to side. And we'll come into a tabletop position. Hands and knees. If you want to add a blanket or a cushion underneath those knees, that is always a good option. Or underneath the wrists. We want to have the palms right underneath the shoulders. Knees right underneath the hips. I don't know if you can hear the little clickety clacks. My cat is trying really hard to be a part of this yoga class. I'm hoping he can't open the door. We'll see. Long straight spine from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. Coming into some cat and cow. Being gentle, we haven't moved the spine too terribly much during this class, so we're moving slowly. Exhaling to round the spine. Inhaling to lift the tailbone up, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, open up the heart. Exhale to tuck the tailbone, rounding up through the spine. Maybe taking extra movements forward, backward, up and down, side to side, sending the hips around. Noticing what feels good to you today. eventually meet back in our neutral tabletop with a long spine. Bring the palms back under the shoulders, knees back under the hips. We'll take the right leg out long, tucking the toes down towards the floor, pressing through the heel. Opening up through the back of the leg. We'll go ahead and lift that right foot up and take it over to the left of the left leg. So we're kind of crossing over ourselves. We can stay right here. We can look over the left shoulder towards that heel. We can even bend the elbows or walk the hands forward. Finding a stretch through the whole right side body. Maybe even finding a stretch through the outer left hip. Breathing wherever you are. Gently coming on out of that pose, taking as many movements as we need. Bringing the knees back underneath the hips. Noticing the difference from right to left. And we'll take the left leg out long, tucking the toes towards the floor and pressing through the heel. Opening up through that hamstring, the bottom of the foot, the ankle. And we'll lift that foot up off the floor and take it over to the right side of your space. Maybe looking over the shoulder towards the heel, maybe bending through the elbows, maybe walking the hands forward, maybe something totally different from what you did on the first side. That's okay. Finding a stretch through the left side body, maybe the outer right hip, maybe everywhere. Continuing to breathe. And we'll make our way as many movements as we need back to tabletop. And then we'll come to lay down on our bellies for our Sphinx pose. Reversing our crouching and hunching that we do all day. Dragging the elbows back towards the body to drag the belly button towards the elbows. Neck is really long. Chin is level with the floor. We'll bend the right knee. Look over the right shoulder towards that foot. Come back to center. Bend the left knee. Look over that shoulder and come back to center. One more time on each side, opening up the front of the body, the hip flexors, warming up those hamstrings. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and release that Sphinx pose, bringing the hands on down and make our way back for a child's pose. So we're bringing the knees wide, big toes together, and taking the forehead down, maybe onto the hands, maybe onto the floor, depending on your floor. Letting the forehead be really heavy. Letting the tailbone be really heavy. And letting your spine be long in between the two, letting gravity help us here to open up through the tops of the feet, the knees, the back of the hips, the low back, letting yourself be heavy and low. We'll gently make our way all the way up and come into a seated position. Any seated position works. Maybe bottoms of the feet to the floor, maybe ankles crossed. If you need to shake the legs out after that child's pose, go ahead and shake the legs out. Sitting up nice and tall wherever you are. We'll go ahead and take some neck rolls, taking the right ear towards the right shoulder. Little nods up and down with the chin. Feeling out the left side of the neck. Giving yourself a massage is always encouraged. Taking the chin down towards the chest, and then the left ear comes to the left shoulder. Feeling out the right side of the neck, noticing if you're slouching over into the sensations that you're feeling. Try to sit up nice and tall, giving your neck plenty of room. Breathing. And from here we can take half circles, just rolling from ear to ear. Or maybe full circles, rolling all the way around with the head. Noticing what feels good to you, noticing any tight or tender places, just like we did with the hips. Just moving around through your body, noticing what's going on. Moving in both directions, taking your time. We'll eventually come back to center, bringing the chin back to level with the floor, rolling out the shoulders, moving them forwards and backwards. And bringing the palms together at our hearts. We're going to get into the shoulders just a little bit as a little transition to the end of our class. So taking a big deep breath in here. Oh, switch ankles if your ankles are crossed. There we go. That was the thing. Switching ankles if our ankles are crossed. And now we're going to take a big deep breath in. On your exhale, pressing through the palms, interlacing the fingers, rounding through the spine. Inhaling, palms come all the way up. Shoulders stay dropped down away from the ears. Exhaling, hands reach back. Maybe they interlace, maybe not. Inhaling to lift the hands, lift the chin, open the heart. And exhale, hands come back into the center. Big deep breath in. Exhaling, palms press forward, round the spine. Inhaling, palms all the way up. Exhaling, reaching back. Inhaling to open the heart, lifting the hands and the chin. And exhale, hands come back into the center. Big deep breath in. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, lifting those hands. Exhaling, releasing back. Inhaling to open the heart. And exhale, hands come back into the center. Just being still here for a moment. Maybe pressing the thumbs into the heart. Maybe you can even feel your heartbeat. Letting your breath be steady. Hopefully feeling some space through the shoulders, the hips, the legs, the spine, all through your body. Hopefully feeling like you got to press pause on your day and take a moment for yourself, whether it was calming down, whether it was waking yourself back up, or a little bit of both. And we'll close class with 3 deep breaths. Taking taking a big deep breath in for the world. Arms come out and all the way up. Exhaling, hands come into the heart. Big, huge, gigantic deep breath in for our community that is working so hard right now. Exhaling, hands come into the heart. Big deep breath in for ourselves. Exhaling, hands come down into the heart. Thanks for taking a half an hour out of your day today to pause, do something good for yourself. Thanks for spending that 30 minutes or so with me, and I really hope to see you in person next time. Thank you so much. Namaste.